Let's skip through these opening cinematics. Alright, welcome to Medieval 2 Total War. This is a game I bought along with Rome Total War because it was on sale with it, and it's considered to be, I think, the best of like the Rome Total War series by many. Still quite a few people play this game, and I think a lot are panning for like a Medieval 3, though I don't think Creative Assembly is going to do that anytime soon. Anyhow, I'll obviously show off what this game's all about, so we're just going to jump into it. I'll note at the start of this game you only have like 5 initial factions, sort of like Rome Total War. We only have like, the Roman like, faction you can play with, but essentially in this game, you can basically play with England, France, the Holy Roman Empire, Spain, or Venice. And your goal is basically sort of to conquer the world. I feel I'll jump into Spain because they're basically right next to like the Moors, which are, Muslim in this game. And, well, we'll go from there.
Spain is a land divided. Enduring the conquest of the Moors for many centuries has left a bitter taste with her people, who fight for liberation in the name of God and King. The Reconquista is fought daily. Years of mistrust and infighting has left Spain directionless. Unfortunately, the Moorish occupation of the Iberian Peninsula is still not enough to unite rival nobles. In times as dark and seemingly hopeless as these, the survival of the Spanish rests solely on the shoulders of those willing to go above and beyond the call of duty. Heroes must rise so that Spain can be free and united once more.
And there's the end of the opening cinematic for Spain. I'll note that all the factions get their like opening cinematics and little like speeches at the start. Go, bid to soldiers shoot. Shakespeare, Hamlet, E4-2, I guess. Alright, so this is basically the map for Medieval 2 Total War. I believe this spans from like, basically right after like the Norman conquest of like, England. So Normandy is basically part of England over here. And it also is during this time that basically, like, the world's basically mostly undiscovered, but you'll actually start to, like, discover a little bit, like, Timbuktu down here. You'll start to discover, like, the New World as, like, time goes on. Like, over here, like, there's black, but you will actually go into, the black to start exploring stuff eventually in, like, in the near future, for example. As they get like, caravels and stuff like that. I'll note that in this game there's also a lot of historical inaccuracies, like, basically Spain owns, like, a lot of territory, like, right here, like, Leon and, like, Castile right here, but they're actually separate nations, like Castile and like, Aragon, and for some reason Portugal owns Navarre over here for whatever reason, but, whatever. They also own a lot of territory, which, was basically conquered by the Moors at this time period, but whatever. There's also another thing, like, Russia is basically, like, in the game, even though they didn't exist until after, like, the discovery of, like, America. The Muslims, the Mongols will be Muslim, even though they were followers of Tengri, but whatever. Alright, so here's basically units in this game. You basically have, like, your basically main cast of, like, spies and stuff. You can build, like, diplomats, which are basically, same as, like, in Rome for the War, you basically do your diplomatic stuff. But you also have access to, like, diplomats, priests, and princesses, which are sort of new units to this game. And they basically all form, like, different functions, or same functions, so to speak. Merchants are very interesting in that they're basically used to, like, make money for you, and, like, sell resources. Diplomats and priests are, like, diplomats are for, like, diplomatic, type of idealists, so they basically go around, say, you want alliances, trade rights, and stuff like that. The priests and, like, the merchants. Priests are basically used for, like, spreading around the faith of your, like, religion, so right here it says like 62% Catholic. If I go down to here, they may become like, more Catholic over here, where right now they're more Muslim.
Yes, Lord.
And
continuing.
You'll basically see, like, you know, all this area over here is, like, not very Catholic because, like, the Muslims have been, like, making, you know, headway into, like, you know, Iberia for a long time. And I guess during, like, you know, whatever this is, basically they're trying to, like, you know, push it back. I'm gonna have my spy going on here so maybe see some of the Muslims in action. Now,
Hello, Your Highness.
unlike previous games, basically your family members, like the female ones, they actually play a role in this game. So here's like a princess, she's basically 20. Here's another princess, she's basically like, you know, 19. And these like princesses will actually be like, you know, diplomats for you, but they can also steal enemy generals and stuff.
Very well. Royalty needs its rest, my lord. I shall stop here.
Like, I'll actually send her up there to talk to England and like France, and like she might be able to steal generals or marry into like their factions or whatever. That's something you can like basically do with her.
Your Majesty, on my way. Royalty needs its rest, my lord. My lord. I shall stop here for the night.
I'll go send her to talk to Portugal, see if it wants the trade rates or not for now. Now, I'll note with like the short campaign, which I'm basically playing right now, your goal is basically to wipe out like the Mongols and the not the Mongols, but the Moors and the Portuguese. But for now, I can basically like, you know, just say hi to them and such like that. So, oh, I got the long one. Oh, listen, man, I'm probably not gonna play this game anyways. But basically, for routine conditions, like, you know, you'll basically have to, for a long campaign, hold 45 regions, and that'll include Jerusalem and Granada. Basically, all like the factions will only go after Jerusalem. Like, everyone wants Jerusalem in this game, and you also have to hold Granada. But I'll note that basically in a short campaign, you only have to wipe out like Portuguese and Moors for these guys. But whatever. Let's go to Toledo here, I guess. And I'll note that at the start of this game, I was going to build some mines and stuff. Or actually, you know what? I could build mines, but we're actually going to go try and upgrade our stuff here a little bit. So I get peasant archers here. I get ballistas here. I get padded armor. That's basically Gavison. Well, these guys are going to have actually one of good units right at the start, I guess. Alright, well, whatever. You know what? Just build mines, I guess, to start off with this guy. You can build roads right after that. Do the same thing here. Now, don't worry that there's like towns and like, you know, castles in this game. And they basically serve like two different functions. So, castles are basically your military centers in this game, and they basically are used to produce like your better units. While the towns are basically used to, like, you know, make money for you. And you basically need a good mix of them to basically, like, you know, make this game work for you. So, I'm going to, like, turn this thing into, like, a town, so I basically get more money, for example. While I basically have, like, Toledo focus on pumping out, like, you know, more units. I'll probably send these guys down here so you basically see a little bit of, like, combat, so let's do that.
Yes. Orders.
We'll do the same with these guys too, I guess.
My lord. This is a beautiful position to ambush from.
You know what? Let's get ourselves a few like, you know, horsemen over here just to join the fray. We'll go and conquer Valencia, and I'll go up here to conquer Zaragoza up here, so you can see what these are all about for the most part.
Royalty needs its rest, my lord.
So there's a Moorish diplomat. Alright, so here's a new mission, Council of Nobles. Basically, like, you have, like, missions from, like, your, like, you know, Council of Nobles and, like, from the Pope. And they basically sort of serve the same functions, like, you know, the Rome's, like, you know, Roman, like, Senate and, like, you know, Rome Total War. So, basically, these guys want me to take out Valencia, and they'll reward me with some of my best units I can basically build. Our great nation appears to be weak to tolerate insolence from rebels. This council recommends you capture the rebel Senate and your authority. So, that's what they want me to do.
Yes?
So note that the Moors, basically the Muslims, they don't actually have access to princesses because they're Muslim. Muslims in this game don't, like, you know, let their women, like, you know, go out and, like, do diplomacy for them, so.
Is there something you wish me to tell the Sultan?
Let's say hi to this guy, see if they want trade rates for now. I'll go after the Muslims eventually, but we'll get trade rates for now.
There is something you wish to speak of?
Would you like trade rights?
May Allah, Lord of us all, smile upon your generosity, Sadiq.
So note that at the start of this game, this guy's very, like, you know, very much wanting, like, you know, money like this, so makes him happy to see something like that, I guess.
Another wise proposition? There is no way the Sultan would accept this.
Alright, well, we're not gonna worry about that.
Inshallah, we shall find something to agree upon. We welcome words of wisdom such as these. Ma salama.
Happily, my lord.
So yeah, there's like, the Muslims right there. There's the Moorish capital too.
Sire, as you wish. I simply cannot do this.
So here's like a castle summit for these guys. And if I keep going up in this direction, you'll basically see me get up to Cordoba. So there's Cordoba, they got stone walls, the guy who sells the faction leader right there. And you can like look at this stuff to see like what they look like right now. So right now this guy's basically got peasants that are in a similar riding and may enter open revolt. A lot of it's like people who worship Islam, but there's also, some Catholic here. There's also Orthodox Christianity in this game, there's also Pagan, and then there's also Heretic. And eventually I think you also see perhaps other stuff as well, but that's basically the start of the game right here.
God's servant.
Now if I want to be really mischievous, I could send this guy over here.
Very good, man.
And like start making this like more Catholic over here, and this will actually cause revolts because as this gets more Catholic, while these guys are Muslim, they don't like it too much, so they want to kick out my guy. Here's my merchant, and I'm going to send him over to here if I can.
Yes.
Sending over here, I guess.
We shall continue.
Ready to trade.
That's fine, I'll send him over here.
I
I'm
must rest.
going to throw this guy in the boat, and I'll basically take him up to basically show off, like, the trade registers of amber. So if I want to take a trade like this amber and get, like, a little money for it, I'll show off what it's all about. Over here, let's go and recruit a few more guys. So towns basically can't recruit as much as, like, castles, but, they can, like, recruit missions like, quite easily, so I'll do that.
Yes. March.
You can get down here.
We continue tomorrow. My lord.
There's a couple of nailed knights and Janites over here to basically make use of.
Orders.
I'll probably send like some guys down from Leon to Toledo from here. I'll basically use like these guys militias basically my like, stand like, defenses for now.
Highness. On my way.
There's the Portuguese, by the way.
Your Majesty?
And apparently this guy built roads to start off with. That's, what he basically did.
Sire. Your will. Onward. Bringing our troops together. Yes. Orders.
There's my mines being built, by the way. Now, as time will go along, you'll basically get the option to like marry otter princesses to people. So this guy's a drill master, and he's like a night fighter. Night fighter's pretty cool because you actually fight at the nighttime. You'll basically get these type of guys, but this guy would actually be pretty good for me to marry. But I'm gonna actually turn him down so you can basically see like the princess in action. But basically, these guys here,
Your Highness.
they can like negotiate with people if they want to. So
Happily, my lord. Am I after a suitor or a simple agreement?
Is there something I can do for you,
now you can't marry out captains or anything because they're just captains. But if I want to go to this guy and say, "Do you want trade rights for now?" And by the way, you can marry a princess to the faction heir if you want to as well, which is the thing. This will actually maybe have an alliance of Portugal if I want to.
Of course. We accept this deal with open arms. Goodbye.
So that's done.
It has been a pleasure.
Very well.
Well, we're keeping our march up there for now. But yeah, if I like send her over here,
Happily, my lord.
and let's say
How am I to serve our people?
What is it you would discuss with
if I marry her to like the faction heir, this will actually make me have an alliance with like Portugal. So
I see no problem here. It is agreed.
basically, this means that like I lose this princess,
This was a good day for our peoples.
but actually like makes an alliance. So that's basically how you can like use your princesses to like forge alliances in this game. So these two powers that form the military alliance can slowly their place in the world together. There's like these guys getting married, just like a little cinematic for if you want to watch it. And these guys now have outstanding relations with us. So in light of recent acts of friendship, goodwill, and mutual consent, it would be fair to say that your relationship with these people have improved considerably. basically right now me and Portugal like each other a whole lot, and that'll be very bad for the Moors, obviously.
Sire. As you wish.
Look around here a little bit.
Yes, Lord. Investigating.
There's a Portuguese cardinal over there, by the way. And we'll send this guy just to go sit around Cordoba and say hi.
Traveling with God.
Yes, travel with God.
Orders. Virgin armies.
Okay, there's my army basically formed.
This is where we shall meet the enemy.
Hello, Your Highness.
We will back you in battle. Your orders?
You know, it might make sense if I throw her in a boat just to get her up here, so...
Yes, my lord.
Your Majesty?
Let's do that, I think. Makes sense. Okay, these guys are building roads now. And they'll get this built next turn. Now I have to watch out for my money because obviously as like I get more units, I'll actually get like worse for like money and stuff, so... Right now, basically, you know, I'm not making very much profits because I'm basically spending too much. Like, I basically got that much income, but, you know, it's not gonna, like, you know, help me too long. Ah, shoot, I didn't throw this guy in a boat. Oh, well, you can go over here.
As you wish.
And that'll be it for him. Now, if you want, you can basically, like, you know, fast forward these guys a little bit during their thing, so we'll do that. I actually have it so I can see these guys' movements in this time around, which is nice. And there is an imam. Those are basically the reverse of, like, you know, the Catholics, I guess. Catholic priests. No, there's an imam. What were the other guys? There's the merchant. Oh, that's a Moorish merchant right there. Okay, so basically there's the imam. That's basically the reverse of your Catholic, you know, priest. There's the imam, or not the imam, but the merchant. He basically does like the merchant stuff for the, you know, Moors down there.
Yes?
Get in the boat, you.
Not built for comfort.
Plotting course now.
Ready to trade.
I'll throw those guys in there. We'll just take them up to like the, you know, north part for now.
Where to, sire?
I feel like I spy on the Portuguese faction areas, why not?
Moving.
And basically you can see, like, you know, this is basically a little info, you know, movie pop up. Depending on, like, what's being done, you'll basically see different movies, like, you know, showing up, like, they succeed or not. So if this guy succeeded, he, like, you know, clobbered a guy and took his armor.
Unseen, my lord.
So there's, like, you know, what this guy looks like, heir apparent, promising commander, religious proper. Basically gets more piety, apparently. Despite the Catholic, you know, these guys pretty easy because they're my allies, is the thing.
Without a trace.
Alright, well, let's see here.
Your will.
You'll start marching toward Valencia.
Yes. Closing for battle. We continue tomorrow, my lord.
Feel like making a little bit of money here, that's nice. Let's see here. I like to hold off on building a chapel because sometimes the Pope likes to say, like, you know, please build a chapel for me. So, let's see here. I might try and build a ladder tower to get, like, you know, my pad armor. And up here, public war is, of course, another thing in this game, but it's not as bad as Rome Till the War, just to throw it out there. But you know what? Let's just keep going with these type of units for now.
Yes. Order. Move out.
I notice that roads make this go a little bit faster for these guys, which is nice.
Lord.
And you've already moved, so I'm not going to worry about you. Click, click, click. I have to watch out for the Muslims because they might try and, like, you know, do sneak attacks on me, but we'll see what they do. Someone apparently died somewhere.
Sire.
Let's see here. Let's go. Look in Lisbon, I guess. There's one in the city, basically, where he's getting, an ally.
Investigating.
So here's like their city, by the way. They got some wooden walls, some town guards. It's like basically it's like different factions for like just different cultures and stuff in Scandinavia. So Southern European is basically what we are right now, or what Portugal is. These guys over here would be like Middle Eastern. Again, we're like Southern European, I think.
Yes.
If I go up toward these guys, it should be different. So
Full sails.
we'll send my cog up there. There's an ally princess, by the way.
Your Majesty. March! We continue tomorrow, my lord. My lord.
Send these guys over here.
Today's march ends. Orders?
And we're just going to lay siege to Valencia over here.
This is where we shall meet the enemy. Laying siege.
Still a nice little array of stuff. You can see all the different types of battle techniques you can do.
Is it time to take the walls, my lord?
Not yet. And let's see here. Did I get my agent out here? No.
Where to, sire? Today's journey is over.
I think this guy may have fought something over there, perhaps. Who knows?
Yeah. Orders.
Alright, so note that this guy's in my territory here. He's actually going to make this slowly, less Catholic over here, so I have to watch out for that. I may want to build, my own priestess to sort of counteract his ability to,
All praise be to Allah.
essentially, convert my guys to Islam. Now, why are you moving your armies through me here? I noticed that the more likely to do this if you play Spain for some reason. It's to move your guys in here for some reason. He wants to go after rebels, I think, is what he's after. He's going to walk into his capital of his faction leader. Portugal's going to come over and help me convert, Cordoba to Catholicism. In many ways, this game's sort of simple in some of its aspects, but whatever.
Sire.
Let's talk to, well, not talk to, but let's, spy on my ally.
Unseen, my lord.
There's this cardinal here. He's basically a divine, divine connection. He's an enemy of heretics. Cardinal, violence.
Investigating.
And I'll send this guy over here.
Your Majesty.
I'll drop these guys into Toledo.
My lord.
Now it's getting to the point where I'm actually starting to get too little money to basically be buying units. It's sort of fun. My guys do cost a lot to build as they go along. They're not too bad for upkeep like the town militia, but they will get expensive is the thing.
Yes, my lord.
Let's have this guy go here.
Yes, my lord. Plotting course now, my lord. Yes, my lord.
So there's England's land right here for Normandy, so we'll we find Normandy in a moment.
Continue tomorrow, my lord.
And you know what?
God's servant.
I'll move him over here a little bit.
Yes, Lord. Very good, my lord.
But yeah, right now we're basically making Cordoba more Catholic over here, so it'll get worse for him as he goes on. They'll have to garrison more guys to basically keep this from revolting, or essentially have to try and convert it back to Islam over here if he wants to keep his city. Whoops, I meant to attack my guy, I think. Oh well. There's the Moorish ship over there. There's this Imam going to Leon. There's, the Moorish ship over there. There's 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 the Moorish sh Now he built a watchtower. There is, of course, watchtowers in this game, so if you want to basically see what the enemy's doing, you can build watchtowers all over the place.
Where to, sire?
There's a more army over there, apparently. Now let's go find this guy. Here's something interesting. This guy can somehow run into like a tent and like, you know, be like, oh, I'll put on some armor and hide that way. Oh, he got caught. You guys can't fail, by the way. So that's it for my spy. Does not bode well, Lord. It would appear a man sent to spy in the field has been captured in live duty, as in executed immediately. Distress is all that is likely to come out of it, for now. So yeah, basically my spy got caught. That happens. Oh well. Apparently got some brigands over here.
Talk is cheap. Come face me. Talk is cheap. Come face me.
We'll deal with that when we get to around to it, but for now we'll not worry about it. Put these guys in here. And I'll get myself just a time militia over here.
As much as yes?
Yes. Let's show off what this is all about, I guess. So we're gonna assault the walls. So balance of power is fairly even for these guys.
Men, bring out people honor, glory, and most of all, big.
I do have more guys, by the way, than this guy, but at the same time, he's basically got, like, you know, the advantage of just having more, you know, he's got walls, basically, to hide behind. And yeah, there's also cannons, of course, that adventure in this game.
Through God's grace, we have been brought to this place. Brought here to fight for His glory and His name. Our enemies must quail at the thought of our righteous might. We would do well to pray, because the shedding of blood is an offense. But it is one that we willingly do, for by it we establish God's peace. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest men. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. Our lack of spears must be made good by our courage. And I see the enemy have many horsemen. All the better for them to run from us. Now lift up your banners and march away. To glory, good soldiers, and a bloody day!
So yes, there's victory speeches in this game, just like, you know, in the original game. I don't know why he's basically saying I have a lack of spears. I basically have spear militia here, but whatever. So how this basically want to work, he's basically got, like, you know, castle walls and stuff like that. They'll basically guard against my attack. So I'll have these guys basically rush down to, like, this wall over here, I think. And these guys will at the gate. These towers will at these walls. And you can do something over here, maybe. My archers will be used to, like, you know, pepper them with arrows as we go along, I guess. So let's start the battle. Alright, so basically they got their guys on the walls here. They got spear militia on these walls, they got spear militia on these walls, you got javelin on these walls. But I got really nothing over here, so there's that. So basically what's going to happen, I'm going to use my ladders to charge up these walls. Oh, he does have some guys over here. More javelin over here, basically. Basically, those guys go over there. Generally, charging walls is not the greatest thing because usually the enemy repels you quite easily, but it'll be good to showcase that. And yeah, by the way, you'll see like, you know, them firing arrows from their towers like at me, so they'll try and like, you know, knock me down like that. My archers can go over here. Horsemen can basically get ready to charge in. That's what my horsemen will be doing by literally charging in to, like, you know, mop these guys up. Also, these guys over here, they can actually use the ladders to get up, I think, so you'll get to see that. We'll speed us up a little bit. Get them to the walls. So I'm going to take a little bit of, like, you know, action as we get along here. And I can go here. And have you guys go double time over here. These guys are basically firing back with their arrows.
Our siege towers have reached the walls. Now the butcher's work begins. The battering ram is in place. It will not be long before our enemy's defenses fall.
Now, the thing I like about battering rams in this game is that they basically grow really, really fast. So, we'll go through this gate pretty fast here. These guys are getting reaching the walls over here.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for valor and force of arms.
These guys are slowly getting up here.
The battering ram has done its work. Now is the time for brave hearts and brave deeds.
Let's rush my guys in. Get that underway. Now, a lot of these things basically going to fire like all directions, so it's not really going to help me that I basically have access to this, but whatever. I'm basically going to send all my like knights here to basically wipe out the stuff over here. You can get over here. These are going to climb the walls and take them up by force, if they can. I'll let these guys basically keep doing their thing, I guess, so why not? I'll probably rush the archers in at some point, but whatever. We'll get to that when we get to it. Notice by the way they're trying to like you know guard like the gates now. So they're basically sending people down here to guard it. These guys are fighting over here.
Give grace to God. We have captured the enemy's... The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Alright, let's get these guys to fight over here. Yeah, they're basically all trying to file off the gates at this point, but you know, whatever. Everyone gets in here. Go! Everyone gets in! Whee! There's fighting in the streets. You can actually use these over and over again, but, you know, when it gets open like this, you might just run through it.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I eat to slaughter. These guys can get over here now. I've basically taken the walls for the most part, so... Do-do-do. Let's get everyone in here, basically charge and kill it where we can. Now I'm losing quite a few of my male knights, but you know, whatever. This is what battle looks like. Should probably make sure my archers are firing at, like, you know, distant targets, so...
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
And yeah, that guy gets really annoying because basically, you know, he says his little, like, pieces every so often. And he doesn't stop, regardless. And I really like the animations for these guys because they get bloodied and male knights and stuff like that, so... They have hit points, but, you know... They're not, like, you know, gonna get bloodied, you know, not during the thing. The fighting is fierce. Everyone charge the general! Kill the general! Should probably watch out for my drone, by the way, because he's not invulnerable. He can't get killed, but... Here's some fighting up here. Kill those guys. Yeah, these guys use lances, they use swords.
Orders completed, my lord. Move, move!
Get my guys up here. Get us underway. I'm trying to get my general's body to go around if he can, so you need him in the back. And let's kill this guy. There's one of my guys.
Excellent! Our men have taken control of the battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
There's my general, by the way. And there's his general. Fighting for his life. Very well, apparently. Oh, the infantry are catching up to him. Poking him with their sticks. He's trying to get away. Kill him! Kill him!
Praise to our Lord! Our men have slain the enemy general. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Apparently I lost my mill knights in this melee, but you know, for the most part I took the rest of it out, so that's fine. There's the enemies killed. They killed about like a little bit more of my guys, but you know. Oh well. Following the light of the sun, we left the old world. Christopher Columbus. So there's a bunch of taken. I basically did a mission for, like, you know, my town council at this point.
The day is ours. The enemy are beaten. Noble Lord, we have conquered.
See, I can occupy, sack, or exterminate these, like, settlements, of course. I'm just going to occupy this, and we'll build some roads here. I got 4 units of male knights at my capital. That's nice. Guess what we're going to do with them? Let's go fight some rebels on the field.
Your Majesty, as my lord wills, we march to battle. A good day's march.
That was not intended, but oh well.
Yes, Lord. This is where we shall meet the enemy.
I'll have to deal with it, I guess. Yes. Alright, so let's have him go over here. Here's Kane.
Now, my lord.
Glad to be ashore.
I'm just going to drop off the princess.
Your Majesty, am I after a suitor or a simple?
Now, as you can see, you can basically like try and snipe like, you know, the enemy generals of like, you know, the other factions to try and like marry them into your faction, or you're gonna just say hi to them and say what's up.
Wish to discuss.
So trade rights.
You hold us at ransom, and you know this.
Feeling I was barely accepted, but you know, whatever.
Good day to you.
Well, we got some trade with England, of course. But yeah, if I want to, I could try and like marry off her, like, you know, marry her off to like that general, but whatever.
Very well.
Also, I have to go talk to Paris.
Ready to trade. Yes, boarding.
And this guy, I think I was going to send over to...
Plotting course now, my lord. This is as far as we go today, my lord. We shall continue tomorrow, my lord.
Let's see here.
This is as far as we go.
It really doesn't matter what resource I go to, so let's send him over to one of the resources and like show off, like, you know, the merchant like mechanics with him. So this has been taking a city over here.
Your orders, noble one.
Yes.
God will be with us, men.
I'll go hit this like some if I can as well, so we'll do that. Reinforced region. This region is the frontier of our enemies, but is undermanned and vulnerable to attack. So we want Village to basically have at least 4 units in it. Well, that's not too bad to pull off, I guess.
Your Majesty.
Okay, let's go attack these guys.
As my lord wills, we march to battle.
And yeah, they like to flee sometimes if they're too weak.
The day is ours, Lord. The enemy are beaten. Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
Those guys aren't too tough to fight, I don't think, so...
Yes, Lord.
Let's take them on.
Where we shall meet the enemy. The troops are assembled!
My male knights should clobber these guys pretty easily, so... should be fun to watch. And yeah, we're in the forest region again. will say this, the Force in Medieval 2 look a lot better than like Rome Total War.
So, we come to this. A battle. A battle is your chance, good soldiers, to better your condition. A few minutes of blood, sweat and toil, and then all will be ours when we have victory. Loot, women drink honor, glory, knighthood. Each a fine reward, but together they are magnificent. Our foes are rebels and traitors, and deserve nothing but the edge of a blade upon their stinking necks. And a sword is a merciful end to them, for they should face the gallows. And so let's be about our tasks. I would dine, and battle gives me a powerful appetite. I invite a goodly number of you to join me at table later!
So here's my captain giving his speech. Yeah, note that my horses can actually hide in like the woodland in this game.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
We'll go wipe out the peasants over here first, I guess, so... Let's follow my guys as they go along here. I know those guys are advancing, but it won't do them much good, because, you know, I'm not faster than my horsemen. Whoops, I let them charge my knights. Says these guys shouldn't...
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
We'll kill these peasants easily enough. There's his leader, by the way.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours. The Lord above is kind. We have captured the enemy's general. That will teach the cowardly dog to run. Now he can rest at our leisure.
There we go, we wiped out those guys. I didn't even lose a single guy there, because, you know, peasants are peasants. They're still pretty fresh after this, you know, a peasant slaughter, which is nice. These guys are apparently taking up a hill position. I have to watch out for these guys because I think they have some spearmen. No, he's got a town mission. Well, that's fine. I also get my guys running, so... Run! Here we go. They won't stand a chance against me. There we go.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be... The enemy are badly blooded. The enemy flees the battle. Run down those...
I'll run them all down. Get the experience. These guys apparently are fighting to the death.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
I lost a few knights in that skirmish, but whatever, it's fine. That's out of the way. And yes, they die by falling over and, like, you know, squeamishly
Today is ours, Lord. The enemy are beaten.
doing whatever, I guess.
Hiding our forces from enemy eyes, my lord. Yes.
I'm actually gonna take this stuff off at this point, I think.
Your orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably, my lord.
So there's where Sargo's over here. And yeah, basically it's very odd because basically, you know, Navarre is owned by Portuguese, even though that makes, like, no sense. But whatever.
Your orders?
This is a course we cannot plot.
Let's get him over there.
Yes, my lord.
Yes? Happily, my lord.
Here's Paris, by the way.
How am I to serve our people? I shall speak on your behalf.
So I can say hi to Paris here, say, do you want to have, like, you know, trade rights and stuff?
What is it you would talk to us about, Signor? A very reasonable proposal. Very well, we accept. We are done now.
So there we go, we basically did that. Apparently there's a large Flemish town over here. If I keep going this way, I'll basically run into, like, the Danes or, like, you know, the HRE.
Very
So
well.
why don't we keep doing that for
I
her?
shall stop here for the night.
And we'll end her turn.
Your orders, noble one. With God's blessing and yours, we march to battle.
Just a single siege tower would be enough to take this guy out, I think, so I'll do that.
Besieging forces reporting, my lord.
Your Majesty.
And
As my lord wills, we march to battle.
might as well get these guys into the fray over here as
See
well.
you tomorrow, my lord.
Not making good money at this point, which is pretty nice, so maybe I'll create some more guys over here.
Orders. Your Majesty. Move out.
Do that for my mission for these guys, I guess.
Ends.
There's an English colonel right there.
Yes, my lord. Full sails.
And there's
Dropping
a-
anchor until morning.
There's the Danish colonel right there.
Yes.
Let's see here.
I am no diplomat, Sadiq. I am but Allah's servant.
Hmm.
My lord.
Yeah, he's slowly taking that down, as you can see, you know, slowly.
Yes, lord.
We're doing the same to this, like, you know, bring up the Catholic, though, so, you know, there's that. Bring over here. There's Reims. So you got stopped.
Your Majesty? I shall approach this delicate...
You know, I should probably show us off at least, or try to. Basically, if you want, you can try and marry these guys into like your faction. So
Is it someone I will like?
let's see if we can do this.
I am honored to be accepted into your family.
Well, you know, I pulled it off. So basically, you know, what I did there, I actually married this general
Your orders, noble one.
off to my princess, and I actually stole my general from this guy's, like, you know, army. By the way, just like Marissa, you can make if you want to. See, I basically, like, got this guy to, like, you know, join my, like, you know, my family here. I want to, like, move him back to over here.
I am willing, but not able, Lord.
Some more time, I guess.
But not able, Lord.
That's something you can do with like the princesses, basically. You can like marry off to like the faction alliances,
Yes.
steal enemy generals.
Ready to trade. Yes, moving.
Alright, this guy.
Ready to trade.
Now, as you can see, basically with these guys, you can like trade for like, resources. So I'm basically trading Amber here and basically getting some money for it. So that's basically what this guy can do like with like your merchants if you want to. And, at this point I think I've shown off a lot like what the game mechanics are all about in this game, so you probably get just what it's all about. I'll probably do a let's play of this maybe in the future after I like played it myself to like learn a little bit more about the game mechanics. I actually had to take a little bit to learn this game. One of the things about this game, it actually has a very like boxed up tutorial where you can't go for like the second part of the tutorial part for this game, and that makes it a whole lot harder to like learn. But whatever, basically like I'll learn this game at some point and then probably do a let's play series for it. Hope you guys have enjoyed though for now, and take care for most part. Let those who once fought against brothers and relatives now rightfully fight against barbarians. See you all.